Why did your ex leave you on their social media and leave their stuff at your place and maybe not even tell their friends and family that you broke up? For the answer, watch this video. I'm Benny Lichten-Wallner, and I help people get their exes back. And for the type of person that does this, we actually have them figured out. This is an archetype of individual in a relationship. This is what we call a dismissive avoidant, which is somebody that, dismissive one is an attachment style, by the way. And this is somebody that, typically it was emotionally neglected in their childhood, and they avoid their feelings and they avoid conflict. And when they break up with you, what they're really doing is running away from the big feelings and all the stress. And you may be looking at everything saying, hey, look, they're clinging on to the past. They're keeping my stuff around. They're leaving me on social media. They're not telling anybody they break up. They're like secretly sitting around thinking about me, missing me. And that's not really true. What's actually happening is that they're running away from their problems and just going la, 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 and just like ignoring everything to the tune of not even getting their stuff back. They might have even left really expensive stuff at your house and they just tell you to throw it away because they don't want to see you and face the guilt and the shame of what they did, like, leaving you, and they don't want the conflict. This is also why they don't tell friends and family that you broke up. Some of them do, right? Sometimes that happens. But they don't tie up loose ends. Dismissive ones don't tie up loose ends at breakups. And sometimes there are exceptions. They will do some of this stuff, okay? And it doesn't really change anything up. Generally speaking, dismissive avoidants are going to go run away from their feelings and distract for a period of about 3 months after the breakup, where they go work a bunch, or they go start drinking, they start traveling or hanging out with friends, or they isolate and they kind of go down the tubes. Or they start sleeping around, or they might even get into a rebound relationship, all for the specific purpose of not feeling the feelings that come along with the breakup. Why did they break up with you in the first place? Well, you may not even know, because the reasons sometimes they just disappear without even telling you. Sometimes they say very vague things like, hey, we're just two different people. We're just not compatible anymore. We've grown apart, blah, blah, blah. And they won't tell you why. Because they've been holding on to these reasons over the course of the relationship. Because they avoid conflict, they run away from it, okay? Or sometimes they'll give you really little reasons that don't really make sense. These are things that they wanted to bring up with you in the past, but they never did, so now they just kind of held on to it, and now it just kind of becomes this mountain of things, of reasons why they break up with you. But the real reason they break up with you is because you got into a fight or something, and they wanted to get away from the feelings. They let all the problems build up to the point where it got in the way of their feelings and they don't know how to address it, so they just run away. Or you're about to take things to the next level commitment-wise, where you're about to move in or get engaged or have kids or whatever, or meet the family, and they are trying to prevent that level of intimacy because they are scared of commitment. Or there's been some really big life event like a death in the family or changing work circumstances where they are now stressed out to their max and they're running away from their problems, and the relationship is a place of emotional expenditure, which is their weak point, which is also why they run away from it. So just because I'm telling you that, them not taking you off social media or getting their stuff back or blah, 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 isn't really something to write home about, it doesn't mean that you can't get them back. Or it doesn't mean also that their feelings won't come back, because they will. They really will start to miss the hell out of you, and you really can get them back. If you want help with this process, click into my profile, click this link, set up a call with me, tell me your story, and I'll give you a step-by-step plan to get your ex back.